In this week's edition of 2 Minute Tuesday, we answer the question, can you buy a villa without an estate agent? So welcome to this week's episode, number 31 of our 2 Minute Tuesday video series with Hondon Valley Homes. Now, I'm sure you're going to expect me to answer the question as an estate agent myself by saying, of course you can't buy without using an agent. However, the truth of the matter is that you don't need an estate agent in order to buy a property in Spain. If you know and understand fully all the intricacies of the Spanish property law, if you know where the properties are geographically located, if you know how the property system works, if you know your legal and fiscal obligations as a buyer, if you know how to obtain NIE numbers, open bank accounts, register for taxes, and of course speak fluent Spanish, then you're going to have no problem at all. So legally speaking, an agent isn't required in order to buy a property in Spain, in the same way that you can buy a property without using a lawyer. However, if you really want to avoid being the next episode of Holiday Homes from Hell, I would strongly suggest that you use not only the services of a good independent lawyer, but also the services of a good legal and registered agent as well. Now, there's one very good reason why I say that you should always use an agent, and it's very, very simple. Because as the buyer, the agent doesn't cost you a penny. Now that's right. You see, the agent's fees are paid for by the vendor and not the seller. So all the advice, the experience that the agents provide will be free of charge to you as a buyer. Now, of course, as an agent, I will benefit from selling you a property, but please believe me when I say that I will always endeavour to find the right property for my clients. Now, I live and work in the Hondon Valley, so if I'm walking through the village and I bump into happy clients, or if I'm sat in the village having a coffee with clients or friends or family, I want recommendations from happy clients. Now, if you think about it logically, you're looking to buy a property and the agent has an interest in helping you find that property, so it must be a marriage made in heaven. Well, that's only if you choose the right agent in the first place. And we've got advice on some of our 2 Minute Tuesday blogs that will assist you in choosing the right agent and what you can expect from them. And there should be a link on the screen at the moment, and I'll also put a link in the description below to give you a link to where we have these videos. Now, I'm going to give you an example of where an agent is invaluable to you in the property search. Because we've had clients in the past who've spent, say, a week in Spain to view properties, and originally they've chosen to go it alone. Now, they've seen properties advertised by owners for sale, and they've sought out these properties for viewings. Now, trust me when I say that sat-nav will only get you so far in rural Spain, and some of the roads aren't even named or feature on the sat-nav. The clients I mentioned earlier, they were here for a week. They visited a grand total of 6 properties in 5 days. None were suitable for their needs. In just over a day, I showed them 5 properties that ticked all of their boxes, and they had an offer accepted, and they now live in their dream home in the sun. They wish that they come with me on day one. Now, if you're serious about buying, you need to be 100% informed. You also need to have an understanding of the language, your legal and fiscal responsibilities, and how to choose a lawyer, the additional costs associated with buying, the taxes, and the legal requirements of living in Spain. Now, if you're a regular viewer of these 2 Minute Tuesday blogs, they'll assist you, but what they don't give you is the benefit of the agent's knowledge of every property on their books, their knowledge of the properties that fit your requirements totally, and I've been here for 15 years. No one knows the Hondon Valley better than I do. As I mentioned before, you can buy without using a lawyer, but you would never consider doing that. So why would you buy without an agent when they're free to use, they tirelessly work for you to find you the property of their dreams, and the property, most importantly, of your dreams? So my honest advice is to spend nearly as much time finding the right agency as looking at the properties. Very few properties in Spain are exclusive, so the agent will be able to list a property for you if you see it somewhere else. If you've enjoyed this week's podcast, please click on the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen, down here somewhere I believe. And if you've got any questions about the Spanish property market, please drop me an email on the details which should be on the screen now. Once again, it's been my pleasure to give you a couple of minutes of my wisdom. I look forward to speaking to you over the next couple of weeks, and we'll cover another topic important to buyers and sellers. So for this week's edition, hasta luego.